Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
I can't update anything.
Welcome to session 37, I think, of Dreamers of Kiriak. We have a Jordan, a George, a Stephanie, an Aaron, and a me. And I'm trying to remember where we left off last session.
They kept giving drugs to random people.
There were drugs involved.
That's true. They kept lying to random people.
You guys talked to... There was a barrel.
We have a medallion full of scales.
Yes, you have a medallion full of scales, because like one of the cooks gave you his medallion. And the guy, the chef that you were talking to, he ascended into the heavens and then crashed down again like a meteor dead because of all the drugs you gave him.
I didn't give them.
Yeah, he snorted them with his proboscis. Yes, I remember that now.
All the drugs he took in both senses.
And I'm trying to remember why you were exchanging the stardust from the exchange man. And so you needed to get it converted to dragon skills to be able to pay your captain.
We gave him money and a boat, and also magicked him and broke his house. And
yes.
Yeah.
He gave us powder, which we brought across the street, and everything was going to be completely fine, except everyone decided to just stay in the store to rob and or destroy it, and magically hypnotize him and lie to him profusely. So that didn't work out.
He said we could stay there.
He said you could stay on the porch.
That is not what he told Solaire.
It was
Didn't we end up just
100% what he
leaving?
said.
Well, after the magic, he told us we could stay there.
Yes. And after you left that shop, was that when you guys just went back to the restaurant, and then you did the exchange, and you said that the cook could come along on your crew. The captain you talked with said he was going to come and eat here again the next day. Who was the captain? He wasn't a praying mantis. That was the waitress. And the guy who was the head in the wheelchair was...
This guy took too many drugs.
Yes, he took too many drugs and he ran away.
But it was one of these...
Was your captain just a shrimp?
It might have been just a shrimp, yeah.
I could just...
I think it was a shrimp captain. I think you're right about that.
See what the auto-created,
It's like every head person we've met has met a drug-related fate. It's only the shrimps that remain.
Maybe the shrimps are immune to drugs.
All people are drug addicts.
Yeah, I
It's
guess so.
articulated.
And very weak against earth drugs, apparently.
Good.
How do you access the
That's
transcript?
An amazing feat.
I don't remember. It was
That's
just
fine.
on there.
The transcript?
Oh, scroll all the way down in the description.
Oh, okay. There's nothing there.
Oh, weird.
Maybe I just can't access it on this app. He is temporarily a shrimp.
Very glad for Donald.
Yes.
Temporarily a shrimp until we get any confirmation that he was otherwise.
Oh no. There are 2 session 35.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
Last is 36 last week. I'll renumber it.
Well, I think had it been another head person, we'd have another drug.
Yeah, he wasn't a head person. I'm 95% sure.
Kind of transcript.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I got the transcript.
And
Yeah,
he
it's
gave you
historic.
a price that was basically twice what your Pimrin had initially assumed, and you're like, well, what if we pay you half here and then half later? And I think you convinced him that, like, you can probably abduct Dragonborn on Earth and plunder them for their scales. I feel like it was something like that. He's
Actually,
like,
I think that was his idea.
yeah, I believe it was. And I believe that was... He was like, all right, that's what we'll do then. And he didn't give you any more... he didn't tell you anything more than I'm gonna... What was it, 11 o'clock that he said you guys were making a reservation for the next day.
That sounds about right.
And
then we came back to exchange money, and everyone started lying about our reservation, even though we were just going in there.
Soler didn't eat after all, so it would make perfect sense for you guys to eat.
I found us arriving there the first time.
Okay.
9 dicks, it's under his name, yes.
Yes. And yeah, I don't think there was anything more of a substance outside of a potential shrimp looking in through the window at the mention of the witch prince, who then, moved away once it was clear that nobody actually wanted to hear about the witch prince.
Everybody wanted to.
Once it was clear that Nine wasn't going to let anybody hear about the witch prince. I believe the law didn't find you after you ensorcelled a man in a shop. Did you...
Across the street, so they're never going to find
I
us.
feel like you cast it again on somebody else, but I can't remember who that would have been. Or is that the second person that you cast it on?
Let me check my spell slots.
Oh, you cast it on the guy who did the exchange for the boat. I believe. That was essentially to get him to calm down.
Oh my
That
god.
makes sense.
Brackets laughter.
It's true. I like how it occasionally gives up and just brackets blank. Like, there's no idea. Something is here.
Brackets, please end my suffering.
Yeah, that would make sense. I'm missing most of my first level spell slots, and I assume I used it all on that.
Yeah, I believe you did the drunk guy, and then you did the shop guy, who the drunk guy told you to find.
I would have cast.
The drunk guy may or may not be the piss guy. I can't remember how that all went down. There were a lot of jugs around the...
Yes.
When
his
was there
apartment.
brackets music?
That's a good question,
That is
because
a
we
good
weren't playing
question.
music. Maybe we were being particularly eloquent for
Oh my
a
god.
rhythmic period of time.
He takes a deep inhale, he licks his lips, and he just sits there for a moment. It was when you played the faint harmonica.
Yes.
Apparently you went like doodly-doodly, and it was like music.
Nice.
That's utterly beautiful.
That's generous.
So now that you guys have an amulet full of dragon scales, what do you do? It is the middle of the night. Middle of the night. No, it's not that late at the moment. It's probably like a few hours after sundown, and you guys, I'm sure, are not tired yet because of catapult lag. So what will you do?
Are the days here regular length?
Well,
You haven't been here for a full day yet, so you don't know.
Well, okay.
we have some time on our hands, so we might as well go and find this witch prince that we can do some good times. I mean, I don't see anything else we can be doing right
That sounds like
Why
a
are you
fantastic idea.
idiots like this?
Seeing as I don't think Soler sees a high stakes game of any sort going on in this place, it sounds like a good idea.
It's 3 against 1.
Go die.
He always just stays wherever and takes a nap. So
Unless the parasites in your scale are voting, you're outnumbered.
Now that the sunlight's gone, he might be more lethargic. I don't know if Dragonborn have cold blood or not.
You need to like a warming rock or something.
Maybe you have horse so that you always have a fresh supply of warm blood, so that you never have to be inactive at night.
I don't
That's
think
genius.
I'm cold-blooded.
Hmm.
I think that would incur some kind of pain versus cold magic.
You would think so, but this is 5e.
Another excerpt. The guy I gave the drugstore doesn't have a chair. Don't know the guy that looks like spaghetti. I don't know what spaghetti is. Is that more drugs?
I finally found
I think that was when you were talking to the second captain, probably. You found it.
I finally found it. They were introduced to us as this shrimp man is the best shrimp man pilot we have.
There we go. Okay.
Excellent. No name. They're just
Yeah, no name.
the best shrimp man pilot that we have here. So
Okay.
The final excerpt I'm going to read is brackets _
I was just in italics for a few moments. Perfect.
I'm pretty sure I swore. What?
Oh, is that why? Maybe that's
Oh, that
why.
would be hilarious.
Does it censor the fucking transcript?
I think it probably does. I think it does that with auto-generated captions, so that would make sense.
You're gonna have to bleep him a lot.
I mean, it was me.
So, what will you do?
Witch Prince, that's my vote.
Not only are dragons warm-blooded, they are exceptionally warm-blooded.
So, I mean,
So there.
Yes, the letter will go with you on this
Okay.
search for the witch.
yeah, I mean, if anyone's going to be up in the middle of the night, you'd think about Witch Prince, right? Everyone else is going to be closed.
You know nothing.
No, I'm making guesses, but they're educated guesses, at least.
They're not. Why don't we just find a place that's an inn?
Are we at one of those?
No, this is a restaurant.
Oh, that's weird. They don't have rooms here?
No,
This
it's a
isn't like Earth at all.
restaurant.
So basically, we gotta stay up all night then, if we're gonna stay here.
I guess, and then we'll sleep on the boat.
There's not a hotel?
But, like, we might as well
There is, but we
do
have
something.
I'm only gonna find a hotel while we're looking for the witch prince.
Maybe the Witch Prince has a hotel.
Why do we need a hotel?
Ooh, that's a good idea.
I
For
don't
another
feel like
campaign.
sleeping. Do you feel like sleeping?
Because he needs a bed.
I've been awake
Like
like
every
5 hours.
4 or 5 hours where he's cranky.
I don't think I can sleep if I try right now.
Ashit, what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm not being left alone with him, so if they go find the Witch Prince, I'm going to.
That's
I mean, we need
fair.
our witch to find the Witch Prince. Dude.
That-
Unless he's true.
it does
Somebody
seem
has to
like-
talk to.
if anybody was going to find the Witch Prince, that would make the most sense.
I'm gonna go find it.
Okay. So the three of you, how are you going to find the Witch Prince? Nobody has come up to you as you've been openly talking about it. For some reason, the
many
first time...
times, it's I'll do it near a lot of. I'll try to find like open windows and doorways and things.
That's a good
and stand
idea.
by them and hope that little heads get poked out. Around the
Can you give me a
corners.
performance roll, please?
Yes, I can. That's not very good. My performance is that's a 13.
Okay. At the moment you open your mouth, the door opens next to you, and a hummingbird head, on a human-sized body pops out. The hummingbird head is, a normal-sized hummingbird's head. It's actually very, very strange.
Okay.
It says, "I heard you're looking for the Witch Prince."
You heard correctly.
The door swings open. It says, "Please come in. I can tell you all about the Witch Prince."
Yep, sounds good to me.
There's inside you can see a single table with a single candle on it. You see nothing else inside.
How would it eat?
Didn't you just have a giant dinner?
What?
What?
How would it?
How would it
Oh,
eat?
it's a hummingbird. It probably
Yeah.
drinks sugar water.
Yeah, but how would it possibly drink enough sugar water to support a body that size?
That's a very good question. Are you asking him?
Just
No.
gallons of sugar water.
It eats whole ham.
Yeah, that's another possibility. That's true.
Injected directly into the bloodstream. He looks at you expectantly with his one hummingbird eye on that one side of his head. Will you come in?
Yeah. I'll add the both sides.
Okay, are the two of you, did you come along with him as he
Absolutely.
went over here? Okay.
Looks safe.
The hummingbird man gestures you inside. Look safe. Can you give me a perception roll, please?
Just Asha, any of us?
Just unless anybody else wants to
Nah.
think, does this look safe?
15.
You think you could pinch his brain between your thumb and forefinger if he was really, any kind of a threat. So
I plan to
this
do
is
that.
this is perfectly safe. He ushers you inside. He doesn't offer you chairs. He just kind of stands by the table. He says, "Yes, me and my brothers have been waiting for this opportunity for, far too long. I do not know what your companion's vendetta against the Witch Prince is, but we are glad that you have disposed of him."
He's just anti-fun. I don't know what it is with him.
Oh,
No shame.
yes, it was prophesied that you would come from another world this morning. Our astronomers prophesied it with great foresight, using their telescope.
Yeah, that sounds like us. We did come here from another world this morning.
It is said that you come from Earth, which is where, as you may be aware if you are skilled in the otherworldly arts, where much divine activity takes place. My master is very eager to hear of this.
We are divine ourselves, actually.
Oh, are you?
Well,
Some of us are.
You know, I wouldn't call myself particularly skilled in the otherworldly arts, but it's gotten so ridiculous there, it's kind of hard to ignore at this point.
Excellent.
I saw a whole city become one giant meat god.
Excellent.
So that happened.
Do you know how to replicate this process?
Oh, no. Hell no.
He looks eagerly between the other two of you. Do either of you know how to
No.
replicate this meat process?
Do you want to do that?
Yes. Why? My machinations are beyond you. But they will soon not be. If you wish to join our Brotherhood, perhaps, we would eagerly welcome you. We are willing to provide you quite a luxurious cruiser that you may return to Earth. We hear that is what you seek. And you may keep it afterward, yes. You may keep it and do what you wish with it.
We've been running around in circles doing all this work, but we just had to join a Brotherhood and we could have gotten an even better deal.
Mine's been
I was
holding us
telling him the
back.
whole time.
That seems like a better deal.
All that is required is for you to join our Brotherhood under my reference.
How does
And
that work exactly?
we will come before my superior and announce that we have 3 new acolytes. And I will be your liaison between my master and you. And what my master decrees we will do. That's all. Not much will be required of you in the slightest, and you'll have a big cruiser. I mean, you can imagine all the trade you could do with your cruiser.
Does that require us coming back here?
I can't imagine why. We're going to leave this forsaken rock soon, I believe. I don't think any of us want to come back here. Have you seen the shrimp people? Disgusting.
This is a very low voice for a hummingbird. It must be because like
that's
it's
also
all
very
just
true.
getting shoved into this tiny neck.
Yeah, one of them shrimp people was trying to charge us 10,000 scales to get back to Earth. Can you believe that?
That is absolutely barbaric. Do you have them?
No.
No.
That's unfortunate. They would have been very useful.
Well, he's supposed to meet us.
Oh, is he? Have you given him anything already?
Not yet, no.
Has he learned any of your otherworldly secrets?
I don't think so.
Do we have secrets?
I don't even know any otherworldly secrets.
So many secrets.
See, I knew you would help us find the Witch Prince.
If you could, perhaps escort him into a meeting with us and my brothers, perhaps we could have a fruitful conversation with him.
With the shrimp captain?
Yes.
Are you gonna kill him?
I don't see why not.
Would that be a problem?
No.
Okay. Then
He is seafood.
perhaps.
I mean, he was going to overcharge us to get us back to
You
Earth,
only
so...
eat the tail off a shrimp.
I prefer to avoid killing it, of course.
Oh, you would prefer to avoid killing him?
Yes, I
Then
would.
perhaps we won't have to kill him, no.
Yes. A stern talking to, certainly.
What about imprisonment, enslavement? Do you feel badly about those?
Well, I prefer not enslavement either.
Alright,
couldn't
what is
care
the
less.
maximum length of captivity you would be morally okay with?
How long do shrimp people live?
I don't know, a
Take
couple
a
hundred
whistle,
years
right?
probably. I've never seen one of them die of old age. Never seen one of them die.
I don't care what the hell you do with him. Not our problem.
Maybe a few years. He didn't do anything that bad. Just tried to.
Alright, potentially a
advantage
few
of
years it
people in
is. Yes, that's a horrible thing. Some would say punishable by death.
What does this
Not
have to
me.
do with the
I
witch
wouldn't say
king?
that, but
Oh yes, the
Witch prince?
the witch
I don't know
prince
what
is
prince is.
the witch king is somebody else. The witch prince is he's my
Wait,
sorry.
which prince are we talking about?
The witch prince is our grand overlord who empowers us all, who gives gifts abundantly. monetary gifts
So
mostly.
the Witch Prince is your grand overlord. What's the Witch King?
I believe that is the Witch Prince's evil father, who reigns in another
Would he
galaxy.
be like your extreme overlord? Or
I do not believe any of that overlaps in any way whatsoever.
Oh.
Him being a prince has nothing to do with his authority. That is simply a title of his inheritance.
So the Witch Prince, not evil at all.
No, not in the slightest. Why would you think
Well,
that?
then,
What could possibly
we
bring you
have
to
a
think
yeah,
that?
that's what I was
Thanks.
saying too. Because we already
He knows about our friend.
He just, it's kind of ominous sounding, and he lets his imagination get away with it.
I mean, maybe if you're prejudiced against witches and, monarchy.
Well, he's prejudiced against everybody.
Oh. Huh. That's weird.
Mostly fun and...
He probably doesn't like the shrimps very much, does he?
He doesn't like anything.
Yeah, maybe I'll bring that up next time.
says the one mostly calling him lizard. Yeah.
Well, they're having this conversation. Can you... What are you doing to find a hotel?
Asking at the restaurant.
Okay.
Did you know Dragonborn lay eggs?
Because they're lizards.
Somebody at the restaurant is happy to refer you to their next door hotel.
What do we do if he has to build a nest sometime?
Is it actually just the same establishment?
It's the same establishment. It's
Of course.
literally next door. This is effectively a hotel restaurant. Just so many people have eaten here who weren't actually staying that they expanded the restaurant vertically. It's a very weird establishment.
You made a very specific point to mention that you couldn't stay here when you introduced me.
Yes.
Because you had to go across the street or next door.
Yeah, they're used to off-worlders just kind of lying under the tables is the problem. They explain to you. Or just kind of saying, we paid for this entire wing of the restaurant, we're just gonna stay here. And, it doesn't matter how much money you have, sir, you must have some kind of civility. Next door. So they ask if you want to put it on your tab or you want to pay now.
Tab.
Very good, sir, they say in a sad voice. Or are you trying to book rooms for everybody or just for yourself?
Just me. Apparently they're going to be gone all night and just not sleep.
They say they have no horse rooms.
That's okay. He'll fit in a regular room.
They clarify that horses are not allowed in rooms.
When do they know what a horse is?
There are horse people here. You just can't be all horse. You have to be maybe
must be at least
if you're
this much.
50%,
I
if
claim
you're more than 50% horse, you're not allowed inside.
They're being very ableist against my companion's disabilities and birth defects.
They say they don't care.
That's
You must
fair.
be at least this humanoid to enter. So
Yes,
that's
that is how the hotel works. The restaurant does not have these restrictions. Maybe they just care more about money, or maybe they don't have to clean up horse poo off the ground.
Horse waits outside.
Horse will wait outside. They seem to have little problem with this. They show you a luxurious room that has a mud bath in it. They nervously ask, you did want a mud bath, right?
Sure, why not?
They seem relieved and leave you alone. Back at the Hummingbird house, the Hummingbird man says, "So this sounds agreeable. Then, 2-3, you would like a completely free cruiser, which you can use to travel the stars at your leisure, make war upon your enemies, do anything your heart's desire, in exchange for the small few obligations that our Brotherhood requires from time to time."
I don't think that has any consequences whatsoever. It sounds perfect.
It sounds a lot like one of the deals I took pretty recently, actually.
Everything we've done so far has come with strings attached, hasn't it?
Oh, strings attached. Why on earth would you think there were strings attached?
That would be the favors or whatever you want us to do.
Yeah, those are literally strings.
This must be some strange idiom you have on Earth.
No, I'm just afraid of marionettes.
Oh, that's a very reasonable fear. The marionette
So we have
packs
to go
are
back to
very
the other place
powerful.
and get the shrimp guy and bring him back here.
Well, we know where Shrimp Guy is going to be trying to look for us at the restaurant.
Did you just slip in that there are roving packs of marionettes and nobody said a fucking thing?
That is what happened, yes.
Just took it in stride.
And of course there are.
We're talking
We're
to
gonna
a-
wage war on them.
a person with a hummingbird head for a head. The marionettes moving around.
Packs of them.
Yeah, that makes sense. Why wouldn't they hunt in packs?
Is there any way to know what these obligations are before we accept this, or is it just up in the air?
Can you tell the orphans ahead of time what they're getting into?
Well, it would be appreciated if you could also invite others into the Brotherhood.
It's just a fucking pyramid scheme.
No, trust. You gotta trust them. I mean, they conveniently have exactly what we need for free, exactly when we need it, when we're in dire need. So they have to be very
because we're
considerate.
not paying anything.
You will be.
And they have to be very considerate and good organization. They wouldn't require us.
You're gonna get
And
back
maybe if we need an afternoon of your time here or there to move some material, perhaps,
Yeah,
it would be
I'll be
appreciated
looking
if you
back
could
on
help
that's
with that.
fine. I can do that. What?
Well, we'd
Do
be
you
back
ever
on our
require
feet.
any sort of large
Oh, I might come get us.
humanoid lizard-like sacrifice?
We haven't yet. We're looking into sacrificial magic. It seems very powerful.
I'm sure it is.
I don't know that any of what we've looked into has to do with lizards. They don't seem to really be what people focus on.
Interesting.
Mostly unicorns. I don't know what those are.
Last time, to reiterate what I said earlier, last time I saw a large sacrificial magic, it was an entire city that all just kind of got mushed up.
Oh yes, I'm very interested in hearing about that.
That seemed pretty sacrificial to me.
Also, if you find any otherworldly secrets and you tell me as your liaison, I am permitted to give you large rewards.
I have a lot of recipes kept up here.
Are they magical recipes?
Well, you could say that.
Are they recipes for potions and magical
They
items?
are recipes for the best earthsea food you've ever had.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is it a secret that we know where there's a house where you can get questions and wishes done?
yes, please.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
He probably liked the whole key thing too.
Yes,
I probably would like that.
I would very much like to reward you for telling me about these, yes.
Okay, well, we'll wait to see what kind of deal you can give us.
Well, yes, that is the deal. I just
Oh.
gave it to you.
Yes, but we're not partnered with you yet.
Oh,
We don't get our secrets yet.
So, what would it take for you to, join the Brotherhood right now?
Does it cost anything?
No.
Because I'm out of money. I gave all my money to him, and he turned
What
it
kind
all
of
into
reward are you
powder.
getting for recruiting us?
Why would you think I'm getting a reward?
Well, because I want to know what kind of reward I can expect from recruiting other people.
Oh, that is very reasonable, yes. I will probably be given much treasure. That is what I was promised, after all.
Have you ever recruited anyone before?
No. So I don't know exactly what, but my superior is very rich, and I assume she will give me quite a lot of treasure, yes. And, she said I was going to get a big apartment. I can't quite afford to give you an apartment, but I do have a ship I can give you.
So the ship will be ours.
The ship will be yours, yes.
Where'd you get a ship
That's
from?
all
Less than an
I use
apartment.
that as an apartment.
That is a long story, and it is completely irrelevant to
But the
this
ship is
conversation.
actually yours.
I am the only one who can access it.
That works for me.
If
Sounds
I
like it.
if I give it to
Are you stealing this from, like, where you work?
nobody currently living owns it.
That makes it.
Nobody, his estate has not
Everyone's
claimed
owning
it, and if somebody claims it as salvage, then they own it. I have no need for it, so I have been keeping its location as collateral for being able to give to other people.
Who would follow us to Earth to get it back?
Literally
that guy.
nobody living.
Exactly.
And his estate is not very big. I strangled most of them with my bare hands.
And if some dead people come back after us, we can deal with them. That's fine.
Oh, you know how to fight the dead.
I usually just hit them on the head.
Oh, interesting. Death works differently on Earth.
I suppose so.
So, once I am rich, I will be able to reward you for recruiting people, yes. And I can reward you with many, many scales, yes. And if my real estate dreams pay off, I could perhaps even offer you apartments, although I imagine that the ship is nicer than any of them.
So when we take the ship back to Earth, who's coming with us?
So that is a detail. It is very, very likely that our glorious overlord will ask that you take him there, and probably
The Witch Prince?
yes, and probably me, and maybe up to a dozen others if you don't have any crew of your own already.
That seems fine. I
Yeah, we
mean,
need
if
a
they're giving us
crew.
a boat, then why not take them away?
This sounds like exactly what the Earth needs, is a Witch Prince. They don't have one.
Do we really need a
Well,
new
you
force
forced
in the
us
conflict?
How many different ways is this group going to damn a planet?
The question is, how many more planets is this group going to
pretty,
do?
It's pretty screwed as it is, so
Yeah, but
what's
that's
one
your
more?
fault.
Well, yeah, but it's only been that one place. Every place else was pretty normal, except for the ostriches.
And the town we burned down. That burned down, not
Well,
having
that was
anything to do
because
with
it got
us.
attacked by monsters.
Yeah. So there's the meat
Maybe
town.
we saved
and the-
that town.
Yeah, I don't think that town was any of the party's fault.
How do you think the
meat
Witch
town
Prince
was
would
our
feel
fault.
about helping us on a bit of a kidnapping mission?
Oh, I'm sure I'd be very happy to help.
Because we have
Who were we
somebody,
kidnapping?
Who are we kidnapping?
the guy who catapulted us here.
I thought we were just going to kill him.
Well, the dragon needed him alive, or the head alive at least.
Oh, that's true.
This ship has I don't know what it's called, but it keeps people in like a coma if you stick them into it.
Perfect.
So if you know how to make it
We
work.
can stick the lizard in there, and then we're going to listen to him. Pitch and whine the entire way back.
May cause brain damage, so perhaps do not put your
I'm
companions
willing to
into
risk that.
Well, I think the dragon specifically needed his head, so maybe we don't want to damage the brain, but we could just tie him to the mast or something.
I'm still thinking the lizard.
I don't think he's even going to want to come with us. I mean, he was against the whole Witch Prince thing to begin with.
What if we offered him
Being offered
something?
money. That's all he does is do things for money.
I mean, yeah, perhaps we just needed to hear the right offer. Maybe he didn't think that the witch... What do you call yourselves? The Brotherhood?
Yes, we are the
Witch Prince's
Brotherhood.
The
We're just the
The
Brotherhood.
Brother.
Because we're
Perhaps
very
we-
brotherly.
Well, maybe if we introduce him to the Brotherhood
He
instead
does
of
like
the Witch
working for
Prince.
cults.
It is just that the Witch Prince is our biggest brother. Literally and,
That's fair. That's fair.
metaphorically.
So we can go back to 9. We tell him we didn't find the Witch Prince anywhere. We did find this cult called the Brotherhood, and maybe he'll be more interested in that.
You don't have to mention the Witch Prince at all.
No, no.
Well, we weren't
Secondly,
looking
we
for
haven't
it.
met the Witch Prince.
Yeah, we have not met the Witch Prince. That's not a lie.
No, I'm afraid you would not be allowed to meet anybody above myself until you became my acolytes.
That's fair enough.
That is how pyramids keeps typically working.
But yeah, he's worked for a cult before, right? I mean, that's what
Yeah,
you said.
that's where we
Yeah,
found
they
him.
paid him a lot of money to come with us.
And we have forces coming with us back to Earth that I'm sure we can convince to help us do whatever we need. It's like coming back with a whole army instead of just by ourselves.
A dozen people.
Yeah. What are 4 of us going to do
I
if
mean,
a dozen?
if he doesn't want to come with us, we can just give him the scales.
Yeah,
he
that's
can
fine
just,
with me. I don't
he
think
can
those-
just go on the other ship.
I don't think those scales will do much back at Earth, so.
I have them all already.
Did Nine have them all?
I forget
Yep.
if Nine or
I'm
Oshit
the
did.
one who took the amulet that slorked him.
Fair enough. I thought Oshit did because Oshit had the most gold, so we considered Oshit to be like the one who owned it.
Oshit refused to touch the random trash amulet.
Ah, there you go.
That doesn't sound right.
To the transcript.
I can't remember. For some reason, I thought Pimran had taken it. So I feel completely off.
I think I was the one talking to the dude mostly, but
Oh.
I don't think I ended up
I
actually.
don't remember taking it, but it sounds like something I would at least try to do.
Okay, and so
I don't
doesn't
think
remember there being an amulet to begin with. So
I don't think he liked the chef because he stole your drugs. So
That's
when he
also
threw
fair.
his amulet down, you're like, I'm not touching that
Scroll through.
because he stole your truck.
There we go.
That is an upside down cat.
Yes, it is.
Get.
It's also very loud.
You look even fatter that way, Cat.
No big stretch.
Oh no. It just has somebody says I snatch up the enemy.
Oh no!
And then you
That
snatch
was
it up.
me.
That does sound like a more of a nine thing to say.
Yeah, I don't know why I was assuming the transcript would, like, put people's, like, tag people properly.
I figured maybe you would said like
Right.
wash it or buy it or something like in there to.
Yeah, but that doesn't sound like you to say that you snatched something. It was just there.
I wasn't gonna let you motherfuckers run away and do something stupid with the money. I even,
And that also
Why would
does
you
sound
even
familiar.
think that we would do that?
The money's useless.
I even wrote it on my sheet.
We got lots more money.
Right. If you're right on the sheet, we'll go with that.
That works.
9 has the this is the amulet.
That does sound like more of a nine thing.
So what do you do now?
Well, I mean, I'm interested. Perhaps we should see if Nine wants to join this Brotherhood or not. Then we could spend those scales on something else. If not, we leave them with the scales.
Okay.
Find our own way back, I guess. Perhaps they can leave sooner. Do you think you could leave sooner than like tonight?
The ship may take a little repairing.
How much repair?
It may require a very rare component which will need to be extricated from somebody else who owns it.
See, this is sounding less attractive by the minute here. I must
But
say.
that's the only thing. It's otherwise a perfectly functional ship.
Yes, but you see, time is of the essence right now. So really, whoever can get us back to Earth the soonest has our
It
attention.
is possible we could obtain it today. Maybe that may be very difficult.
What rare component does it need?
Stardust. The cycle continues.
It's
One horse.
it powers the ship. It's a big pyramid.
Is it a gorilla pyramid?
No,
Okay.
it's just a pyramid. At least that's what it looks like. But it's got a kind of spheres kind of sticking out of it. What it's not important. It powers the ship, and so it can't
Is
go
it
without.
the engine?
Do you know what an engine is?
No.
Okay, so we just gotta go pick this thing up and bring it back to him.
Hey,
Go back, tell Nine what we're doing,
I-
see if he wants to come along, grab the shrimp captain.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind helping procure that.
I could tell you the location, and if you could get it, we can
Why
leave.
does the ship not have it?
It exploded. I've been investing my resources into repairing all of the parts that exploded, but that's a very expensive
How much
part.
does it cost to buy it?
Potentially 30,000 dragon scales. We'd have to
Sounds
commission
easy, just
somebody.
take it.
It does sound easier to take it.
It's always easier to take it.
If it makes you feel any better, this is a very, very evil person who is inventing it. This is a special version of it. It's supposed to be far better than the ones that you have to dig up certain minerals from the earth that exude
Earth.
such. You're not
Earth
here.
as in dirt.
We literally just different cultures call the planet their names for dirt. That's why we call it Earth, because we're literally referring to the earth under our feet.
The worms translate.
The worms. There are minerals that must be procured from the soil, but which curse people who dig them up, and so it's a very unpleasant process to fuel these older pyramids. And so this is one that uses souls of children, I think.
Sold.
I see.
He's a very evil person.
Probably
So
have some sitting around, right? You can
always-
power this with? Okay.
So we're gonna join a cult, fight an evil person for experimental technology that we're gonna put in a space boat.
yes,
What could go wrong?
That you have to power with the souls of children.
Yeah.
yes, you can If you really feel like it, you can probably maybe
That way
release
there's
them
no
later.
orphans in this city.
That's a very good theory, yeah. Wow. I didn't think of that. That makes perfect sense.
That's
He did used to
incredibly
own the
efficient.
only orphanage in the city, but then he shut it down because he... Huh. I never thought of that before.
Was
They
there,
just have really good social
was there
programs.
a
Because of a
tragic
very
accident
small
at that
brain.
orphanage by any...
I don't know. I never paid very much attention before I was looking for one of these pyramids, which was like 2 years ago. Huh. What a bastard.
Yeah,
I thought the
being
Witch King was
powered by
bad.
children's souls has me a little bit more iffy on this deal, I have to admit.
I'm sure if you can get the souls...
already got children's souls.
The souls are already in there.
If you can
can't
put
save
souls
them
into a
very
pyramid, I'm sure you can take them out again later.
Oh, that's fair enough.
You could probably replace it with a different pyramid later on if you really wanted to.
There's plenty of souls on Earth. I'm sure we can.
Certainly plenty of orphans.
You just be replacing one set of orphans with another.
Why specifically children?
I'm not the one who invented it, so I can't tell you.
Maybe we can ask him.
He was just boasting about it in the social club.
Maybe the
He doesn't have a lot of
development
friends.
is Too big.
Hmm.
I mean, it's a big pyramid, but it's not that big.
Because that's what he had a building full of.
It's about yay big.
It'd be a little hard to carry.
Very likely, yes. I could lend you a cart, I guess. Would that be helpful?
Probably.
Neat. He...
We already got a horse to pull the cart.
Is it a horse cart?
no, it's a hand cart.
Okay. We have hands.
Yes, you do. I'm afraid I've got no paper or anything to make you a map in this apartment. It is literally just a table with a single candle on it. But I can provide you with a map. What little I have been planning a bit of a break-in myself for a couple months, so I can give you what my preparations have found. Maybe in 20 minutes, I'll find you in 20 minutes, how about that?
Well, you see, the problem that I'm still seeing is we're going to have
Yes.
to go through all this craziness.
Yes.
Potentially get ourselves in trouble with the law or the security of this guy's place, whatever, right? When we already have another solution lined up.
But that is a terrible person. The shrimp you have spoken of to me.
Well, whether he's overcharging us or not.
Yes, but will that give you an entire ship?
No.
I could give you an entire ship to do with as you
Without-
please.
Well, it's not an
Souls.
entire ship.
I can give you 78% of a ship to do with as you please.
Why is the pyramid worth so much of the ship? How big is the ship?
It's like a rowboat. It just has cruiser written on the side. Cruiser means something different on this planet.
Grease up the dozen guys we gotta get in here.
They're just holding onto the ship and paddling.
No one knows, they'll just die in space.
The children's souls actually just get out behind the boat and paddle. That's why.
Perfect. So this is sounding less, it seems less, attractive offer than it was a moment ago. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, getting back to Earth is really the priority here, I think. Having a ship would be a nice bonus.
Wait
if
a
it
second.
comes sooner and with less effort.
I just had an idea.
Hmm.
The shrimp captain has a ship.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
What if we took his pyramid and put it in your ship?
Or just take a ship.
But then you're stealing somebody's ship. That's very serious around here.
So stealing the pyramid's okay. Stealing the ship is another.
Well, we have a law against stealing a ship in particular, not against stealing a pyramid. At that point, you're just, stealing.
There's no law against that?
I mean, there's laws against it, but, you just pay off the right people and you're good
Well-
to go. You steal a ship and they just, space hang you.
If everyone's moving off this rock.
It sounds inefficient.
Sorry, what did you say, Baron?
If everyone's moving off this rock anyways pretty soon, who's going to really follow us to Earth for a single stolen ship?
But my brothers are moving off this planet. I don't imagine anybody else wants
So
to.
we'll have no reason to return, right?
I mean, I would think so.
Perfect. So we steal the ship, sooner, we get out of here the soonest possible.
That's
Steal the shrimp ship or the
Yeah. Or just honestly,
or just the
we
pyramid.
can just
out
go
of it?
looking for ships and just take them. Why did
Yeah, we don't have to find.
to
We don't
make
have to
it
find the
perfect.
pyramid owned by somebody evil. We could find the pyramid
Does
just
your
owned by somebody
Brotherhood know
evil.
how to drive the ships in the dock?
I believe we have several members who, I believe we have members who can do quite a lot of different crewing jobs, including having several
Perfect.
pilots.
So we round up a crew that can run us a ship. We steal a ship, and we head back to Earth.
Well, how about we take the crew onto the shrimp ship and then, take it over while we're on our way.
Oh,
Kick them off.
that's a genius plan. I like that a lot, actually.
Because then we don't have to work to get on the ship at all.
There's a ritual which involves jettisoning people into space. I hadn't thought we'd have an opportunity for it. Unless you were against it, of course.
Generally survivable ritual, or...
So you're
It depends on if they
jettisoning
can
them
breathe
into
in space.
Well, I've been to space once, and that was all right.
Can shrimp
Like a
breathe in
catapult.
space?
I've never tried to find out.
Did the shrimp boat come with a crew?
I believe the shrimp captain said he would need a bit of time to assemble a
Well,
crew,
you see, we got our own crew that
but
we're
he
coming
didn't.
with.
He didn't mention how long it would take. He seemed
Well,
to
if
imply it
he's-
would be a couple days at the most.
If he's assembling a crew, then I can't imagine his ship is all that well guarded.
But we can just go to him, tell him that we've got our own crew and we're ready to leave immediately. And then when we're up in space, we just kick him off.
I thought we were going to imprison him for several years.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. We could. Oh wait,
Well, you
does,
could do
does
that.
his ship? Wait, maybe his ship has the coma box thing.
Oh, that would be fun too.
Well, I mean, he can do whatever he wants with him, really. The point is that we don't end up having to pay for the ship.
No, what are we gonna do with all these scales?
No, whatever.
I do imagine he will still charge you, even if you're bringing a crew. He just maybe not charge you as much. If you're bringing an entire extra... gosh, I don't know. I've only ever been on ships as passengers and boarders.
We may have to distract him as the Witch Prince boards.
We should get Nine. I think we should go talk to Nine about the Brotherhood.
He's gonna just say no.
But it's about the Brotherhood now, not about the Witch Race.
Okay.
And also the glorious Witch Prince can disguise himself quite well. There will be no need for distractions.
Yeah, if we can get you and your crew to just talk about the Brotherhood, I think it'll be fine. Give it a shot.
Excellent, I like it very much. And so you will be willing to be my acolytes if we pilot this ship for you and return you to Earth.
Sure.
That works for me.
So many people have dibs on your souls.
Yeah, what's one more? Honestly.
The more that you have, the more they have to fight over it.
He just wants children's souls.
I mean, I honestly don't care who ends up with my soul. It's not mine anymore. So.
Oh god,
Doesn't matter.
it's just powered by kids rubbing their feet all over it.
What?
Because
Why?
soles of their shoes.
It's
Wow.
Well, we don't have to worry about that pyramid anymore.
Foot fetishist pedophile. Inventor of space technology.
Mog the Lord of Blood has created a spaceship.
What is wrong with you?
Cat, what is
I
wrong?
don't know, I've been trying to make a joke about souls, really.
Is that what you've been over there doing?
That's what Nine in character has been doing in his hotel room. Waiting for the next time souls come up.
I suppose we should get back to the restaurant then.
Yeah, he's probably somewhere around there. Just ask for the nearest hotel. I'm sure that's what he did.
Well, I don't care about 9.
Well, we just talked to him about
I'm
the
looking for the
Brotherhood.
shrimp captain.
Well, he won't be here for another 20 or so hours.
That's a lot of hours.
Yeah. He was going to meet us like 24 hours from when we last met him, which was just a few hours ago.
I wonder if we could find him before then.
We could.
Can you talk to him? Just the Goras, the chosen one, he used to just talk to whoever he wanted.
That's a very powerful skill.
Do you have any belongings?
We think he did. Mostly he just kind of stared in the air and talked to the air.
That is a very
We
powerful
just assumed
power.
he was talking to somebody else.
He knew a lot of worldly secrets. He was the chosen one.
Ooh, where's he now?
He's a horse.
Another world.
Oh, a horse world. Interesting. Perhaps that is why they keep them out of the hotel.
You got drank.
He did
He got
indeed
drunk.
got drank, yeah.
If
Oh,
someone drinks you, you turn into a horse.
That do be how it is.
do you have any belongings of the shrimp captain?
What? No.
No.
Oh, okay. If you did, I could track him down. But you don't, so we can't. That's unfortunate. Can you describe
I
him?
think I can too.
Yeah, he looks like a
He
shrimp.
was a shrimp. He was
Oh,
about
darn it, that's
fly
right.
up into the air, about this tall.
Yes.
Let's sit back down.
Well, I wish that narrowed it down.
I think he had slightly beadier eyes than some of the other shrimp we saw that day.
It's like beady eyes.
I think that's how I described him.
Yeah, that thought came to me randomly. Let's see.
Alright, well, thank you anyway. I will find you later when I have assembled our crew.
Well, you can find us at the restaurant because we're going to be looking for one of our companions as well.
Alright.
It's locate object I have prepared.
You could objectify the shrimp, I guess.
You could.
There's no locate shrimp spell,
No.
unfortunately.
There's contact otter plane, but no contact shrimp plane.
Unless I knew specifically, something he was wearing or carrying.
9 or the shrimp?
Shrimp.
We don't care about that.
Can you give me a... What would be the best remember stuff skill?
Intelligence.
I mean, that's a stat.
Just intelligence, yeah.
Yeah, can you just give me intelligence, please?
6.
Dumbass.
You remember him being a shrimp. You remember
You're
very
lucky I
little
remember
else.
that much.
You think he had a tie, but you can't remember what kind of tie or what color it was, or even how he was wearing it.
He wasn't wearing a tie.
He wasn't wearing a tie.
That was just one of his arms.
You guys are leaving and going back to the restaurant, is that correct?
That's
Yes.
correct.
And if you go back, you will be asked if you want suites adjacent to 9's. And how you will be paying, or if it should go onto your tab.
No, we're just going to visit him. We're not going to be staying the night there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just.
Where are we staying tonight then?
I mean, I'm planning on being up all night, personally.
Oh, you like to party? You may be interested in our bar. We have
I
several.
like to go night fishing.
That? Is that a
It
euphemism?
sounds like picking
No.
up hookers.
It's not. I literally take this fishing pole that I got on my back here, and I go fishing.
So
There's
he's into
laws
shrimp.
against that.
It's
What?
when it's darkest and quietest out, and no one bothers you. It's great.
Whatever helps your boat achieve escape velocity.
Now it just
Don't-
sounds like you're beating
I don't
hookers with a
think
fishing pole.
I don't think that saying translated very well into my tongue, unfortunately. But
Well, here's your friend's room number. Anyway, he's on the the very top floor.
all right.
There are 2 floors.
I imagine we walk outside and see. Oh yeah, there's horse.
Yes, you do.
Nice.
A thought crosses your minds: what could possibly have caused 9 to separate from Horse for any reason whatsoever? Perhaps you think that he set Horse here to spy on people. Perhaps 9 is here but invisible.
Why wouldn't you just unsummon him?
The machinations of 9 are unknown to mortal
That would
minds.
be just too kind to horse.
Instead, the horse has to stand outside a bar for the night.
A horse stands outside a bar. You can go inside and you can fairly quickly find his room. It's a very nice hotel.
Knock, knock, knock.
Go away.
Oh, we're not selling anything. It's us.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you miss us?
Would you like to join the Brotherhood?
Yeah, we found a cult for you.
Oh my god.
We didn't find the witch prince, unfortunately, but we did find a cult, and they seem really nice.
It might be a pyramid scheme.
But
We're not
but
sure.
they haven't asked us for any money yet. We just gotta steal this thing.
Their employment benefits seem really good, so.
I'm in the mud bath and I have cucumbers on my And despite not having hair, I have a towel wrapped around my head.
It's amazing.
Perfect.
No worries, it's not going to cost anything. They're going to give us a free ship.
Yeah. We took steel.
We just have to steal part for it.
No, we're gonna steal the shrimp ship.
There's options. We're going to discuss.
That would have been the pyramid scheme, but you chose to turn it down.
We are currently shouting.
Do you get it? That's why they were shaped like pyramids.
Who?
It's a pyramid scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get
Can we come in so we can talk about this not through the door?
It is a very thick door. It actually keeps the sound out very well.
I'm upset that I can't just have Horse go open the door for me.
You could have summoned
Is
Horse
there-
into the room and nobody would have known.
Is there
It
a
costs a
keyhole?
spell slot in 10 minutes.
How long have you been in the bath? What was that?
Is there a keyhole?
There is a keyhole.
Can I look through it?
Yes.
Can I misty step
You can
through it?
misty step through.
Excellent. I'll spend a whole second level spell slot for that. That's fine. It's just alright. I'm in.
Pimrin is now just in the room.
I could have done that for free, you know.
That's alright.
No, okay.
I mean, I
What
also
else am I
could have
gonna
just
use it for?
opened the door, but at least now I don't have to get out of the tub.
I was being thoughtful for you.
Well, there you
Get
go.
out of the tub.
So we joined this Brotherhood, and they're going to let us have a ship that we can keep,
Yeah.
and they're going to give us people to come back to Earth with.
And no part of that seemed like a red flag to any of you.
Nope. They seem really nice.
Not the free things, not the ominous title, not the fact that you found them while looking for the seediest person in the city that literally every single upstanding citizen says not to trust.
No, we didn't.
Not the
find
fact that the deal apparently involves stealing a ship or part of a ship.
Yeah. From
Well,
a
I
very
mean,
good
we
person.
can buy the part, but it would take us a little bit of time to raise the money.
Why don't we just go on the ship we already have chartered?
Because he's ripping
Is
us
this-
off.
Well, we
Let's
are
go do this
gonna
that
take
quick.
the ship that we already have chartered. Just when we get out in space, we're gonna throw the guy off of it.
Why-
We'll use
why-
our own crew to get to Earth.
Why?
Why not?
Okay, so that
No,
option is
because
an
he's
option.
we're not gonna throw him off.
Because he's ripping us off. The Brotherhood told us that it
We're gonna
wasn't a
imprison
good
him.
deal.
Yeah, but okay. So
So-
my suggestion is we take something that takes us there sooner. So we
The
save time.
people that have everything to gain from your compliance and are clearly lying and trying to butter you up about a lot of things told you the price was off about someone taking us to a place that should get them killed for an amount of a resource we can't spend anywhere else.
Well, they offered to give us stuff before they asked us to do anything. And they still haven't asked us to do anything for them.
It's true.
They're just suggesting that this is a way that we can help ourselves more quickly if we do this thing.
Believe it or not, I'm also pretty good at spotting lies, so I don't know. That seems pretty upright to me.
He didn't want any scales.
Despite having cucumbers on my eyes.
But my point is, aren't we in a bit of a rush? Why do we want to wait a whole day when we can get there sooner, even if it is a sketchy deal?
Well, mostly the getting lost in space part, but also everything could go wrong.
Yeah, everything could go wrong with the shrimp captain. I don't think it sounded like he's ever been to Earth before. Just willing to take us there. For apparently a very large fee.
Apparently.
See, if we give him the shrimp captain, though, they're just going to imprison him for a while for lying to us and trying to overcharge us.
Neither thing you can prove he's doing.
Well, I mean, we were told it was going to be, we should be able to do this for what was it, 4,000 initially.
I think that was what Pimrin's initial.
It was much
And
cheaper.
he's charging us 2.5 times that amount, so I'm pretty sure that he's overcharging us.
You're going by his math?
I'm pretty good at that.
4,000 and 10,000. 10,000 is more than 4,000. I mean, just if it helps you, just picture it like chips at the casino table. The 10 chips are more than the 4 chips.
I don't even know if there was much math involved. I think the guards gave you the 4,000, and then you.
Did the
Yeah, I can't remember exactly how the
estimation
It went.
in my head based on
Either way, it's not the 4,000.
Yeah, either way, he's at the directions. And these people, they said that the main thing would be perhaps an afternoon here or there to help them transport some material. That
Which
was
will be
what they
fine
said.
because we'll have our own ship that we can transport the material.
Yeah, they seemed really understanding. Every time they brought up killing, I just said no, and they said okay.
He was also very interested in the meat city.
Wanted to know if we knew how to do that.
Yeah, that was a bit sketchy. You're right. He was very.
Every part of this was sketchy.
No, I think that's the only sketchy
I
part.
mean, really, wouldn't you want to know how to
It is a very
do the
intriguing
meat city
concept.
thing?
No, I wouldn't. I
No,
wouldn't
not
know.
even remotely.
No, I wouldn't. I don't want
You
to
don't
know.
want to know anything. You revel in your own ignorance. So what the hell difference does that make?
Meat City was kind of terrifying. I'll be honest.
Well, that's because we weren't the ones controlling it.
Hmm.
If it was our meat city,
It was our meat city. It all comes back to real estate.
We're just playing an elaborate game of Monopoly.
Yeah.
I trust the person who had a reputable relationship at an incredibly fancy, well-to-do establishment than literally the person, every single person, including governing bodies and authority figures in the city,
To be fair, he wasn't
said
right.
was shit.
We,
Who brought up the
we didn't
witch
mention
humans?
him.
we didn't go to the witch
No,
cave.
we're talking about the
talking to the
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood.
I don't believe that bullshit for 2 seconds.
It was a hummingbird.
It's a
It
dude
wasn't.
with a hummingbird for a head.
Unless you think the witch prince has a hummingbird head,
Why
So
not?
here's what we do.
he didn't seem particularly
We
menacing.
still steal the pyramid because that ship's going to be ours just for joining the Brotherhood.
Sure.
We go with the shrimp captain.
Hmm.
The crew, some of them are going to stay with the ship that's free for ours. We take over the shrimp captain's ship, and then we get 2 ships.
We don't need 2 ships.
We don't
If we're
need
gonna
one
get
ship.
One ship, then.
What if we need to
I mean,
move
I
a lot
like
of
a ship.
things for
Ship
us?
sounds
Because I
good.
don't want to go steal the pyramid thing.
Listen, yesterday I didn't even know you could get off the planet, and now you're telling me I can go space fishing? Like, I want my own ship.
Well, we could have them. We could have one ship for business and one ship for pleasure.
There we go. Yes, no, that makes sense. Or we could take the pyramid from the shrimp captains. But see, all of these things take more time. Or we could take the shorter, immediate
Well,
option.
we still
Get back
don't know
to
what the
Earth
hell
and start
we're
doing
doing
this.
when we get back to Earth, so what's another day going?
I don't know.
It's
That's
not
another.
like we can just kind of beam into wherever the hell he's at.
It's another day for very powerful spellcasters to do their very powerful spellcaster things.
Well, I'm not a very powerful spellcaster, so
Yeah,
Neither
essentially.
am I, but
you forgot the tail.
He doesn't have a tail.
There's a little tail, just a little.
No.
A vestigial.
It wags when he's
His,
happy.
his tail hasn't grown yet.
He hasn't reached puberty.
There was also the guy who may or may not be dead now, who was in a wheelchair, who apparently has a ship.
that's a good point.
Yeah, 3
Maybe we
ships.
can inquire about the head in a chair with a harmonica thing.
Listen, if you're really intent on finding more options, I'm sure there's other people we can ask, and we already have money.
That's a good point. We should go looking for other people. That's fine. I just want to get back faster. So if we find a faster way, then I just don't want to wait around.
I'm shocked you
Yeah,
didn't.
but didn't we already make some sort of an obligation to bring the shrimp captain to these people?
We didn't sign anything.
You didn't sign anything.
No, no, we
Okay.
didn't do it. We said this was a speculative part.
This is one person
Yeah.
that does not have our souls.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of agreed. That, I know cults. All right, I understand the Brotherhood.
We just kind of got their sales pitch. We
Yeah, I
haven't
don't
signed
think this
anything
is
yet.
a cult. It sounds like more.
Nothing called the Brotherhood isn't a cult.
You definitely sounded like a cult.
I've known about 30 cults that were all just named the Brotherhood and had no idea the other cults existed.
Oh, so you won't have any trouble joining this one then?
I'm a bit over it. What with
Over
the
this?
Well,
plan?
you only have one
being
person
stayed-
over you. He just has different people over him, but they're not really over you.
See,
You could
imagine
have-
a triangle.
Imagine an inverted funnel.
Time was my life was very simple, and I just needed to stab people for money.
Well, you
In a
can
cult.
still do
It
this.
sounds like you could do that as part of the Brotherhood.
No, I have to go unkill the entire planet.
Yeah, so we want to get there as fast as possible.
And kill what planet?
At any cost. Go back to the planet.
It's dead?
Well, I don't think it's dead
A
yet.
lot
That's
of
why
it
we want
is.
to get back fast.
Oh, okay. Just not any of the parts that we've been in.
We want less of it to die in the immediate future.
Okay.
And if we sit here in a hotel for 20 hours, more of it's going to die.
So what he's saying is we need to hit the streets and look for more people with ships.
Yes, I think so. That makes sense to me.
I mean,
We've
every
got
person
options.
we've asked so far has had a ship.
That's a good point.
That's true. And who knows?
We haven't even gone to where the ships are.
I'm not even against stealing them.
We do need a crew to help
Do
run
we
it.
know
though, it
if
sounds
the
like.
shrimp captain actually has a ship?
I mean,
I
probably.
think
Or he's just going to take the money?
He had a huge reputation.
The
Yeah, but
one of the restaurant staff at least said this is our most trusted shrimp
We haven't
pilot.
seen any of these ships actually flying, have we?
well, we did get here pretty late in the day.
They don't have lights.
I guess not. You'd think that a spaceship would have lights on it, though. Interesting.
It's easier to go to space at night. You can see it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's true. You can't see space during the
I
day.
guess I don't know how to pilot a space boat though. So
Then I would think they'd always be flying at night. That way you could see the space.
yeah, but it sounds like we'd be blinded during the day.
Nine isn't face palming. That makes perfect sense. He doesn't benefit like in space.
If you can
What
only fly in the
happens-
sky during the day, but you can fly in space at night.
What happens if they take the space boat to the underside of the planet? Like they go off the edge and then down, like see down there.
You did see that the planet was.
I don't know. Saw it from one direction, so
Can
it's
you give
just
me a
big
wisdom roll,
copy.
please?
Are you a flat earther?
Natural one.
Yeah, you just the cannon sent you straight on into
Exactly.
the flat disk of the planet.
And the other planets going by, they were just coins that were rotating as we passed. So it was.
Clearly, you've heard the astrologers rant about how the planets have orbits, so
Yeah.
they were orbited.
Exactly.
This
I
is
don't know
perfect
what
sense.
would be on the other side.
We'd have to check with our space boat.
It's his dream
Maybe
to
another
fish on
time
the edge
after
of
we
the
get
earth.
home, but
Hmm.
You could be the first person to fish on the other side.
potentially. Or we get back to Earth, maybe our side's all fucked up, but the other side's not. We just use our space boat to take people from the fucked up side of it down underneath it over and
That's a
over
good
again.
idea.
Nine still doesn't piece together that he's talking about a flat Earth. And he's literally like,
Do
well,
I know
they've
what
only
shape the
destroyed
planet
so
is?
much.
Does
What did
Nine know
A
the
natural
shape of the
one.
planet?
No, what did you
I
roll
feel like
for?
it's common knowledge. People
What?
can teleport real
what
far.
did you roll for?
I mean,
rolled-
that does make if you were
and
educated.
fly.
Taylor
Yes.
asked me roll a wisdom check to see if you're a flat earther.
If you had a formal education in any of these cultures, you would know that the Earth
Ignore
is a globe. Asha, as a witch in the woods, I don't know. What?
I got a 9.
Herman's definitely not from educated.
Okay.
I don't think it would
Um,
make
I don't-
sense
I
to
don't-
Solaire that the world could be round because he's never gone on a curve anyplace.
Exactly.
Right.
So
I mean, I've probably
Same
done
way.
things involving the moon or...
I mean, yeah, but that's just the moon. It's just
It
up
just
there,
orbits around
Yeah.
the flat planet.
and the moon
See,
looks.
but the moon is the perfect example of how
The
everything
moon
is
changes
flat.
shape all the damn time.
That's true.
Well, it changes shape, but it's always the same thing facing you.
Yeah,
You're
it's
always
gotta be
looking at
flat.
just one side of something. It doesn't change.
Exactly.
It just changes how much.
Or it's like
like animals
a
also get
bowl-shaped
skinnier
coin.
when they're hungry.
So you just see it from one side and it's full, and then
It's like a potato chip.
when
Does-
there's no moon, it's because you're seeing it from the back. So
Mmm.
That's when it's perfectly angled at you, so it's a 2D plane.
That's
You can't see
brilliant.
it.
Ryan, you're the only one left who may not be a flat earther.
mine is not a flat.
Yeah, I think everybody else has the good common sense to realize that obviously this is just a freaking flat planet. It's obviously what you saw when you were flying at it. This is what makes sense. So there you go.
We're just at one of those other impasses where the rest of the party is fucking dumb. So they shit on the person that has any common sense.
You're the only one that didn't roll for it.
It's not common sense. It's an education.
Go for it. It's just there's no way that Solera would picture the Earth as being round.
I was raised by rich people.
Okay, and
Probably had a
I
globe
was
and
raised
walk around
by
saying-
Wrath, so
I don't know how accurate the globe was, though. Let's roll for
pretty
that.
sure formal education didn't feature large in the orphanage.
It wasn't a very accurate globe.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Round is all I
Is
need.
9 not a flat earther, but like a donut earther or some other like weird shape of Earth? Like,
Is it a pyramid?
it's not a pyramid.
I don't know, these people lay eggs, so it's probably egg shaped.
That would
I
track.
mean, he was raised by humans. I say raised. He was educated by humans. You were raised by
He's
Dragonborn until you were snatched up by a human noble, I believe, unless it was some
Yeah.
other dude.
Somebody took a map of Earth, reverse rolled it like a scroll, and then saw, oh yeah, it connects. And so
They formed a
it's-
Mobius
Earth
strip
is a
out of
tube.
their two-dimensional map. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm reasonably certain Wrath wasn't teaching geography.
I don't even know if Wrath would have known. Like, was Wrath educated in any way, shape, or form?
I
He was a
never
cleric, but that doesn't mean
considered it.
much.
I have no idea what Rath's
Okay.
backstory was before he was like 80 years old. So
Neither does
Wrath probably
he.
doesn't know either.
He's just very drunk.
It just leaves with time.
And as a function of time and alcohol, yes. So were you guys going into the street to go night fishing?
we should probably go to where the ships are. Probably find.
Well, it's
Yeah.
late at night now. I don't know how many people. I guess we could find people that are guarding the ships, talk with them, and be like, hey, how much is it for a ticket to Earth?
We might start a bidding war, and then we get the best price.
Ooh.
Potentially.
A bidding war sounds like a great way to get the worst price.
No.
Why?
Like that somebody offers 6,000, somebody else offers 5,000.
Yeah, all we've had is one person talking to us at a time. There was no competition.
I mean, honestly, I don't
You
mind
give
if
one
we
of them
go
drugs.
all the way up to our 8,000 we already have, just to get out of here at the soonest point in time, not the cheapest point. Whoever can take us right now will give the apparently exorbitant fee of 8,000.
Well, the price we have right now is 10,000. We don't even have that. So
We have 4,000.
Yeah, I thought you guys ended up with half of what he wanted to charge you, and then you said he was just gonna like take a bunch of dragon scales from Earth for the second half of it.
Oh, that would make sense. So we have 4,000 then. Yeah, that's right.
And I
Dragon
can't
scale-
remember whether you
That's
needed
what we're
1,000
supposed to
more,
need.
or whether he said he was going to just do it for 4,000.
There's a bunch of, probably dead by now Dragonborn just waiting. It's fine. Just think, a planet of untapped scale.
It's a lot of scales.
maybe we could take our 4,000 and hire somebody to steal the engine out of one of those ships. You just find a crew that needs money and doesn't mind.
Where can we find a criminal crew that needs money and doesn't mind stealing?
Maybe we can get some of the Brotherhood folks to help with stealing.
Why don't you do it?
I won't do it.
Why not?
Realistically, we only need help transporting it. Stealing should
But
be
we don't
easy.
even need to do any stealing if we just find a ship that's willing to take us there first and fast.
Which we did.
Well, it's not very fast though.
And it's not ready for us.
If we could find somebody that could take us like 2 hours from now, that'd be great.
Well, let's go find out.
Who knows what people would be willing to take.
I suppose you could just try to get the Brotherhood to just be the guy's crew, and otherwise just like
Just pay him now, have the Brotherhood be the crew now, kind of thing.
potentially, like you don't know if that he's necessarily going to be all ready to go in that case, but that was what he said the major
Go tell him we
the
got
next
our
thing
own
to do
crew.
would be.
Yeah, we wake him up in the middle of the night, we tell him we have our own crew, and we need to leave now.
That's not
But
gonna sound
also we have
suspicious
one
at all.
We shouldn't have to wake him up. He's supposed to be coming back in.
20 hours. Yeah.
Did he say what the name of the ship was?
He did not.
No, he didn't even give us his name, actually.
You people should really start asking people's names before you start offering them drugs. By the way, that's another reason why I trust this one. First person to say no to your drugs.
Brotherhood guy didn't ask for any drugs either.
That is a very good point.
So we're going down to the docks, so to speak.
I guess I don't know where those are though.
That was the head district.
That's where we are.
Yes.
That's the only information we got.
Yeah. So I guess we could just fly around and look.
Yeah,
for
just
it.
fly up in the air, look for a shipyard. How hard is it?
I fly out Nine's window.
Okay. Can you give me perception, please? You're looking for boats.
13.
Well, you see... So you're expecting boats that can travel in space. What would you think a boat that could travel through space would need as a dock?
A dock, but
Probably
up.
just looking for a dock, but up. Yeah.
A dock just like rotated 90 degrees?
I expect these to look exactly like boats because Bimmer has no
Understandable.
other idea what a boat could look
Well,
like.
you don't find any ships just kind of hanging in the air, and you don't find anything that looks like a dock. You do find a very flat, like, cleared circle in the middle of the city, which you think, that's weird. Why wouldn't they have built something there if they're not using it for anything else? And then you think, oh, well, maybe they have their skyboats, drop down there so they can drop people off. But there aren't any skyboats or space boats, as far as you can tell, on that giant bear circle. But that's about as close as you can find.
Giant bear circle could mean anything in your game.
So that's fair.
The pen comes out.
It's a circle. There's like buildings around it.
Those are the
Like
ears.
a bear.
There's no bear.
You just drew a bear.
He's just missing a couple features.
That's not even what I meant. But okay.
I mean, now it is a bear circle, to be fair.
Yep.
No.
But I'll fly back at the window. So found a big circle.
Oh, there we
That
go.
was the bear.
No boats, though. But maybe they park the boats in the circle. I don't know, you wouldn't need water for a space boat, right? So maybe they just park it in the air.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they just shoved them in amulets.
If they shove them in what?
Amulets. I mean,
Oh, that
we
makes sense.
crammed a crap load of stuff in this thing.
Makes sense. So we find the shrimp guy. We look through all his jewelry.
Is there a boat in this one?
Just grab him by one of the many legs and shake him upside down until he falls out. It'd work on our shit.
Every arm has a different ring.
Ooh. This is why shrimp are so powerful. They can wear many magical rings at
So
once.
do we wait for this guy to come back, or do we go get this pyramid?
I mean, I prefer doing anything we can to avoid waiting for him to come back.
Well, why don't we ask somebody where to keep the boats? Like, there's a whole bar.
You know, I was gonna say if we go ask around where are the boats and then a boat goes missing, it's kind of suspicious. But
Are they gonna do
But it's
chase
only
us?
suspicious if we're gone.
well, yeah,
If we're still
going-
here, then it's not suspicious.
It's a moot point. You already did that. That's how we found the restaurant.
Yeah, but if we get off planet,
Even the
we're
dragon knows
suspicious.
we were doing this. The
We're
front,
coming back here.
exactly, no one's gonna care if we never come back here.
the guards at the gate know we were doing this.
Well, but if we're stealing a boat, the boat goes missing because we stole it, and we were the ones most recently asking around about it. These strange off-worlders who are looking for a boat, and then is gone.
So what are they gonna do about it?
Yeah, they're not gonna come to Earth for it. So I think we're fine.
Okay. So we're stealing a boat?
Well, we
We
can
gotta
at least-
find the
I think
boat
it's at
first.
least safe to ask where the boats are. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or not stealing a boat, preferably. We're finding a boat that we can afford. That's quick.
$4,000.
That's
Yeah.
your budget. Go find us a boat.
4,700.
Yeah. What if we spread out and just start asking around as much as possible? Meet back here in an hour.
I ain't walking around the city alone.
Go
Actually, you're
ahead.
scarier than anything in this city.
I don't know, I might find a shrimp with a hummingbird head.
That's entirely possible. What about a shrimp with hummingbird heads for hands?
Why you like this?
A normal sized
That's a lot of
hummingbird
hands.
with a full sized human head and somehow just perches on trees.
Yeah, I like it.
We're going looking for a boat.
We're looking for boats or boat captains, anyone who can get us a ticket out of here as soon as possible within our budget.
Well, get out of my room. I'd rather not show you my cloaca when I get out of this mud bag.
Yeah, that's fair. I go out the window.
Any of you know? I mean, Asha, I'm sure knows. Do either Solir or Pimrin know what a cloaca is?
No, but he doesn't care to find out, so he's out the window.
Okay. Are you joining them in their search for boat?
If they give me a minute.
Or is everybody splitting up to boat search, or are you all going together?
Everyone's getting a head start.
Okay. Solir, what are you doing?
Good question. He's probably going to wait for the guy, because the guy told us he was going to meet us in 20 minutes.
20 hours.
No, other guy.
Yes.
The Brotherhood was going to meet us in 20 minutes.
The
and
humming
going
man.
to tell us
That's
where
right.
the pyramid was.
That's true. That's a good point.
So I think
Okay.
Solir is going to wait at the restaurant.
That's probably how long it'd take me to put my clothes on.
9 straps his whole armor on again.
Yes.
Of
Are you
course.
getting that tail thing must be tough.
He's got horse outside, so the horse is the counterweight to a pulley system. He tells horse to just walk closer to the building, and the armor lowers onto him.
I built this whole elaborate system while no one was looking.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Solir would be waiting for the guy to tell him where the pyramid
Okay,
is.
thank you. Asha, what are you doing?
You're waiting for who?
The humming man.
The Brotherhood said he was going to meet up with us in 20 minutes with the information, with like a map or something of where we needed to go to get the pyramid.
Okay, I'll wait with you for a bit then.
Okay.
So
Even out the window.
For the two of you who are searching, Pimrin got the head start, and how are you doing the searching? Are you just going to random people and asking them?
I know it's midnight, so I'm not sure who would be out and about.
There's a decent number of very seedy-looking people.
Yeah, I guess I just approach random people and be like, do you happen to know anyone who can get us a ride to Earth?
I feel like he's at first interrupted on the first person he tries to talk to by someone going, I heard you looking for the No, I took care of that already.
Exactly.
A little late on the draw, pal.
Unless he can offer us a way to Earth, starting within the next couple hours.
Nobody else approaches you about the Witch Prince.
They'll
A few look at you longingly, perhaps, but...
Should go find the old lady that he booted through a window.
Oh yeah, she'll give you a great price now. She's just dead.
Probably.
Is there a skill that you think would apply to trying to find this information?
I mean, persuasion maybe? Just talking to people.
All
trying
right,
to get like
give me a persuasion, please.
Alright. 23.
All right. You make it known that you have an amount of money that's potentially too much for you to just be wearing on your person, since it doesn't seem like you're wearing an amulet around your neck. You're aware of, how magic items tend to work. You tend to need to wear them in particular places. So, you're yes, that is where you wear your amulet of dragon scales. That's...
It's a suppository.
It's a placebo, something else that starts with a plus. So you talk to a couple people who are like, yes, I know the best ship.
Yes.
I can arrange it for you in as little as 3 days.
We're looking at a time scale of hours.
Oh yeah, can't do that.
Okay, well, moving on.
You find an orangutan flamingo who says, you need to ship it in a few hours. I can do that. For a price.
Yeah, well, we've got money.
Do you have, say, 15,000 dragon scales?
We don't have that kind of money. You know where we could steal 15,000 dragons?
I mean, there's the bank.
I mean, we did find a random chef who had like 4,000 on him.
I mean, yeah, there's probably many people who have that much.
But if we could get you that much within a few hours, you'd be willing to take us on.
Yes.
Quick journey.
Yes.
Right, where can I
To
get you?
Earth.
Where can I find you a few hours from now?
You're not
Here?
a cop, are you?
Oh no, of course not.
How can I know for sure?
Do I look like anyone else you've met on this planet ever?
That's what alarms me.
Interesting.
You
No,
could be
I'm
trying
off
to
world.
you could be trying to take my guard down by being exactly the kind of person who should put me on guard, which makes me not pay attention to the details I should. Perhaps you have partners waiting behind. No, they're not there.
He looks back and it's just neon all
Freaking paladin, Justicar looking dude.
Looks back and sees horses with the police.
So he's going to try to perceive your motives. Or
Okay.
you're not trying to lie, so just can you roll persuasion, please? Oh, he rolled a natural one.
It's a 15.
This guy may already be very high.
Perfect.
He seems to believe you. He says, then meet me.
Oh, if I pick up that on him.
Okay, yeah, you do pick up that on him, actually, yes.
Well, if it helps with the cost at all,
Yes.
we happen to have amongst our group a specialist in earth drugs, which we have found to be very potent for the
Are
people.
those different than sky drugs?
They well, the drugs from our planet.
Oh.
So off-world drugs that maybe have never made it to this market.
Literally killed a guy today.
We literally watched somebody
Literally, that was my entire
tonight.
supply.
We're out of our supply now. So you get us back to Earth, we can get you as much of that as you want.
Yes.
If that helps. with the price.
How much do you have?
Drugs floated
We
in
are
two
currently
states.
pretty low on supply at the moment.
Like how low are we talking?
Well,
I need to, pay my crew. Some of them won't work unless they've already gotten paid.
I see,
Yeah.
it does complicate things. Yeah, I was more thinking about a loan situation because we won't be able to get more supply until we get back to Earth. But once we're back at Earth, think of it as an investment. You invest in us getting back to Earth.
So you don't have any drugs and you don't have any money right now.
No, but I can guarantee you lots of both when we get back to Earth.
We'll see how strong his will is.
The natural 20.
Yes. I'm afraid if you have neither any drugs nor any money, as much as it pains me to say it, I cannot bankroll my own crew.
How much would you need to at least bankroll your own crew for now?
Good question.
To at least get things rolling.
What if we had...
So not talking about substituting all of the costly drugs, just maybe a little bit or half, 3/4.
I could do it for 7,000. That's what it will cost to get my crew.
7,000. Can I meet you back here in a few hours?
Meet me at. You see that building over there that says condemned?
Yes.
Yes, that's my house.
Got it.
You can meet me inside. I'll have as many as my crew as I can convince to come.
Sweet. All right. So I'll meet you there. If we manage to scrounge up 7,000, I'll meet you there. If not, know that it's not going to happen. I apologize for wasting your time, but hey, it's
Okay.
think of the possibilities. It works out.
Oh, I'm thinking of them.
All right. Excellent. Okay.
9.
I love the sheer character turn from whatever you're trying to do into guy who likes drugs.
Guy with ship who likes drugs.
The natural one shifted his entire character. Yeah.
So, 9, how are you searching for it? A crew. A ship, whatever. All of the above.
I went to the bar.
Okay, you went to the bar. Did you go to the crappy bar where they put all the people who are clearly just here for the alcohol, or did you go to the mini gentleman's club bar that they have on the second floor?
The mini gentleman's one.
Okay.
Likely has a ship captain.
That would be where they put the ship captains. So you see several people of different species, none of which you think is any individual that you've met thus far. The bartender is a mantis man, and he says, "What's your poison, sir?"
No, I'm resistant to poison.
What?
I need to find a ship captain for just under 5 grand.
Sir, you have to drink if you're at the bar. It's the rule. He points with his claw. He has one hand and one claw. He points with his claw at the sign that says, "This is 2 drink minimum."
That's fair.
What can I get you?
What do you have?
Alcohol.
2 glasses of ice.
I understand there is a language barrier between us. Alcohol of lots of fermented grains and fruits.
Isn't he unable to understand anybody?
I've been speaking Draconic this whole time. It's been half working.
No,
I thought you got the grub in your ear.
Never.
Oh,
no he never did
Gross.
then you're not able to understand him, and you shouldn't have been able to talk with like half. I could have sworn that you actually got the grub in your ear. I'm not gonna bother retconning anything at the moment.
So the bartender
Since
can
we spoke to the dragon, that was the one time I finally spoke.
Gotcha.
To him.
So he asks, "What's your pleasure? Your poison? Your whatever? Your anything starting with a P? What's your platform?" And he offers you a chance to, give your political agenda, but unfortunately you can't understand him. So you just hear. What were you planning on doing, considering that you can't understand like anything that people are talking to you?
I was thinking a hotel room.
Yeah.
I spoke Draconic.
Yeah, they understood you. I guess it just happened that they knew how to communicate with you in like, yes.
Well, that transaction, I guess, didn't involve him understanding.
Like, he knows. Yeah, I guess they would have when they would have asked. I guess they wouldn't have asked you paying or tab. They would have just put it on your tab, and then thought, we'll hash it out with the other people who can actually speak to us later. And it was obvious to them because you spoke that you wanted a hotel room because those are the words you used, and so they gave you
He's some kind of pet.
The other people who murdered our chef.
With the way the kitchen here probably runs, I don't even know that they know about that. That's for morning shift to worry about.
He's just splatters.
Looks like he's part of the complimentary breakfast now.
I mean, they already promoted a new head chef, so who's going to be soon leaving, right? So
We did tell him though. Yeah.
so you just came up to the bar. You're like, I want a captain with a ship, and the mantis man's like, ah! And you're like, yeah. He's pointing to a sign that you can't read.
Oh, he can't even read this one.
Okay. Well, I tried.
Back to the mud.
He goes up to a bar. The bartender says, "What's your poison?" He stares at him for a while and says, "Okay, I tried." And he leaves.
Do they even know that he can't understand?
This guy doesn't seem to. He seems very offended.
I go look for a flying halfling outside.
I also really just as a side note, I really like the idea that the thing just goes. It just opens its mouth and makes a screaming sound, but somehow we all interpret that as his actual speech. It's great.
Is this society developed to the point relying on these earbuds that people don't even learn languages anymore?
They just viscerally scream at each other.
And you just understand their meaning because of it.
That's probably not terribly far from the case for people who are native to the city. So, Dragonborn don't have dark vision unless you have the Wild Mount Dragonborn, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so can you give me perception at disadvantage, please?
I do have a lantern, but I don't think it goes that far.
It's not going to help you much with looking for a dude in the sky, I don't think.
7.
You do not see a flying halfling.
Well, I tried. I go back to my room.
Okay.
I'm waving at 9.
You're like 10 feet away from it. It's like, dang, no matter where I point this lantern, I can't see a flying halfling. Asha and Salir. About 20 minutes later, the hummingbird man comes to the restaurant. And how were you guys waiting for him? Were you just like, get us a table and just tell our friend?
Money.
Yeah, you know that you have a tab.
Okay.
You were informed that your companion bought a hotel room and that it's been added to your tab. You're very concerned for his safety.
For 9's safety?
Yes.
Why?
They seem afraid that he's going to offend somebody that he can't communicate with, and that he's going to get dragged off by the Hell Gnomes for a blood sacrifice.
Well, as long as he pays the tab. So, I mean, we can eat very lavishly then. How much of a tab can we rack up in 20 minutes?
Are you saying this out loud in front of the
No.
person who thinks that you're going to pay off your friend's tab?
Let's find out.
Would anybody be would they be offended if we ordered like shrimp, lobster, like?
I think it was confirmed that nobody cares if you order seafood. If you order shrimp in particular, I don't know if that was was a thing yet.
Frog eggs. I want more of the frog eggs.
Okay, they'll bring you more frog
Delicious.
eggs.
Yeah, but you had like 5 of them.
And 3 of them, they were amazing.
They were 2 hours ago.
You haven't even tried them.
Yeah, but what about second frog eggs?
You've heard of frog legs, but what about? Soler, are you going to eat tonight?
Sure, why not?
Try the frog eggs.
No. Just normal food is fine.
Okay. They'll.
You just ordered normal food, please.
You gotta try the meat board.
They seem very confused by your request of normal food, but they say they'll have their chef work on it. And they.
Just a plain gray rectangle on a plate.
Bring you a bowl of gravy. That's what has been established as just the standard fare for Earthlings, so they bring you a bowl of gravy.
Even though it was for a horse.
They also bring you a loaf of bread because even they're like, surely he can't want simply a bowl of gravy. And about 20 minutes later, your
Bread sardines.
your contact arrives and had you like said, hey, we're gonna have a friend show up, have him go to our table, or do you just like, yeah, he'll figure it out?
Can he see us from the door?
If you sit near the door, you can sit
Well,
near
that
the
would
door.
make sense since we're waiting for somebody.
You can sit near the door and he'll show up. He's got a big old scroll in his hands and he's looking furtively around with his beady
what?
little humming a scroll.
Oh, I think it's squirrel.
That's what I thought he said too.
Sorry.
We write all our plans on these unraveling swirls.
Dang it.
You say you're just disappointed you didn't go.
Yeah. So that's not. So yes, I have the plans. Where is everybody else?
We're the chief negotiators.
Oh, okay. So yeah, here's the plans of his facility. You'll want to avoid his death robots or fight them. I don't know. I think that's all the security he has. I think he accidentally
Death
killed
robots
his.
is usually all you need.
Yes, that's what I've heard.
Do we have robot in
No, you do not. I'm trying to think of what that would translate as.
Golem,
No,
War Machine, or Forged.
it probably just doesn't translate properly. Would you ask him if he can clarify that?
Does it come across as non-standard language then? So it's just like
It comes across with
you know,
an like unrecognized tag.
his death middleman?
His death tin men. I think that's all that he has for security. You should be able to get in and out if you just avoid them. I have poisoned all of his fish. They won't be an issue anymore.
just a bowl of fish.
Cameron would be offended. So Claire's not.
Well, it's not very good security if you can just avoid them.
Well, I don't know how easy that will be. I just suggest you do. They're supposed to be very
suggest
loud.
Don't get killed.
They're supposed to make high beeping sounds.
Do you want to try stealing?
Well, we don't have any way of carrying it out.
That's true.
I can give you a cart.
This cart.
How are we supposed to get it on the cart?
You put it on the cart?
It's too heavy to carry.
Is it?
That's what you said.
It's very heavy, yes, but it's too heavy to put on a cart.
I'm a little old lady.
Oh, that's fair.
You just
And
push
he's-
on the top until it.
I could send you a muscular person to help carry it,
Why don't you send the muscular person to steal it?
but he's not very good at fighting death robots.
Oh,
I have to
really?
imagine.
What are you doing?
You are otherworldly visitors from another world. Surely you have incredible capabilities.
I've never fought a death robot.
So if you're, if you're not capable of defeating death robots, I don't know that you're going to be much use to
What
us,
did they
really.
fight with?
Death rays, I suppose. Death swords, probably also.
Most swords are.
They are supposed to be very vicious creatures.
Some of them are just terrible meanings.
Is that an element of damage?
It's impossible to deal non-lethal damage with these weapons.
Do you have anything that works against death
A
rays?
sword of flesh wounds.
Oof.
Why?
Can you fight death
Can only
rays with
reduce
mushrooms?
enemies to 1 HP.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe you can come with a type of mushroom that absorbs the rays.
I don't think I have that kind of time.
Oh.
You shouldn't have more than like 100 of them in the facility.
I feel like at one point.
So where's this thing?
I've heard that you slaughtered an entire army of raiders before you entered the city. Are death robots really going to be that much of a problem?
It was like 2. I think we killed one.
Wasn't it like 6 naked guys?
Yeah, he killed like 2 and like 7 got away. Yeah.
I heard it was more like 600.
Where'd you hear that from?
The people have been talking quite a lot about it. You turned the rivers red with blood.
There weren't even any rivers.
You left a crater that slaughtered hundreds when you landed.
That sounds like us.
So there's somebody else from off-world too. We're getting confused.
It seems a lot like you were really banking us doing this heist, and then things happened, and now you're trying really hard to make us not do this heist.
Of course I want them to do the heist. Voice who's not here.
You go fight 100 robots who all have disintegration beams. Pulled straight
What could
from the
go wrong?
beholder stat block. What was it you told me on the way home? My consequences are too consequency.
At this point, Pimrin comes back.
He just, I fly in through one of the restaurant's windows. And just-
Nobody bats an eye at this point. You see the hummingbird man again.
So how are the business negotiations going?
Oh, can we talk about this in front of him?
Oh, yeah, he's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Howdy. Yeah, we met earlier. You do
Yep.
remember?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They said they were the negotiators.
Yeah, that's not important. Voice who's not here.
Who were you talking to?
The voices.
Oh, okay, that's understandable.
Yes. Do you hear the voices?
Is that kind of like the music?
I don't know.
Either?
I don't know what music is.
A bird.
Have you ever heard a hummingbird sing?
No,
They hum.
it's true. Oh, he doesn't have any wings.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
That's
They're
the
on-
part that hums.
They're on his chest.
He's not a hummingbird at all.
No, he's a humming man. We've been over
And then
this.
he's got 2 small, like actual hummingbird-sized wings just under his clothes somewhere, and they're completely just out.
Emits a buzzing sound at will.
Oh, according to my picture, he doesn't wear clothes.
He's wearing clothes!
Because I pictured him like
Why?
shirtless for some reason.
I mean, that's fair, but why?
I don't know.
Because the shirt
He's
wasn't
just got no
explicitly
shirt on.
mentioned.
Yes, that's
Like a buff
much more accurate than mine.
Everyone is naked until you describe them in pants.
Like he had pants on, just walking around shirtless.
You have to describe everyone from now on as a clothed man walks into.
Perfect.
An Abercrombie and Fitch hummingbird.
An Abercrombie and Finch.
Get out of your house. Out the window.
Well, that's Pembroke's then. So, none of that answered my question about the negotiation. How are they going?
Are you ready to sign the contract?
Are we? I don't know. Are we?
I have them all here.
Well, I was for it until he mentioned the 100 death robots.
Yes, will that be a problem?
Well,
Well, death what now?
so where exactly in this place is his pyramid?
Does Asha just repeat the sound
Yes.
back in this?
I assume so.
The 100 death.
Exactly.
So the facility is like a 45-minute walk through the city. You would have to break in through a security fence, is how he labeled it as. He said it's powered by lightning magic. And then you go through this underground facility, which may or may not have 100 death robots in it. And you get to the center of it, which he says shouldn't take more than, a 10-minute walk. If you don't find any death robots.
Death robots are like this big.
And then, yeah.
We're describing a lot of
Very
death robots
intimidating
right
to
now.
watch.
Yes.
But I just had a thought about another idea.
Oh, yes.
How much funding does the Brotherhood have?
All of it.
A lot of funding. Well,
Yes. We are very resourceful.
we found a ship that we might be able to take right away, as soon as we need it,
Oh,
but at a very high cost.
are there any shrimp men on it?
Not that I heard.
Oh. Okay.
It was one of them orangutan looking things.
Oh, yes, those. They're good people.
You can't just say one of them orangutan.
It's an orangutan flamingo.
We've been calling them shrimp people.
If that's the proper scientific term.
One of the orange orangutan bird people. Yeah.
So he has a ship.
His ship and a crew. He's ready to assemble in just a couple of hours. We could get going before morning even strikes. Get going while it's still dark out, which seems better for space travel to me. And we only need a few more scales to do that.
If the Brotherhood has all the funding, why do they need to steal a ship part for the...
Well, you said you wanted to leave quickly.
Yes, speed is important.
I said we could, just buy one, but it would take time. We'd have to commission one.
So a working ship with a crew willing to leave right now, tonight, before any more time passes.
How many more scales are we talking about?
Well, depending on which deal we want to go for, anywhere from 3,000 to 11,000 more.
Oh, that's a lot of scales.
Well,
But you have all the funding.
We have all the funding. What I personally have access to may be slightly less than all of
Isn't
it.
this of personal interest to the Witch Prince?
Yes.
Who has all the funding?
It's very particular how that all works.
That's full of shit.
I can probably. Yes, wait, yeah, we can do it, definitely, yes. Yeah. Don't worry
Alright, well,
about
if we can meet back there, I guess the easiest thing would be the 11,000.
it. So long as about a dozen of my people can also go along, yes.
I'm sure if we give them the original price, they'll probably agree with that.
Well, are they the crew?
They can serve as a crew.
Well, if the guy doesn't have to pay a crew,
I never
it might
told
make
the
it significantly cheaper.
told the guy how many people I was bringing, so
He didn't ask.
he didn't ask. He just said you need a boat.
But maybe it'd be cheaper if he doesn't have to bring a crew. If we provide our own crew.
Yes, we should negotiate with him.
Because
This
we
sounds
have
good.
a group that can serve as a crew.
Yeah, if we get your people in the next few hours and the money in the next few hours, we're set. We can leave immediately.
Yes.
And then I'd be willing to sign.
Oh, you're willing to sign, like, right now?
No.
Once we are underway. I think.
Oh.
That's how business deals work, right?
Yep, let's do it. Yep.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, we'll do it. Nothing wrong could possibly come of this. No, this is what I've been looking for. This is
Awesome.
the opportunity I've been waiting for.
So you will get your crew and your money
Yes.
and meet us back here.
Yes. In, 20 70 minutes.
70 minutes.
70 minutes.
Perfect.
And he scurries away.
We're meeting at the building down the road that says condemned on it.
He's gonna make an insight check.
Do you want me to roll it?
Just persuasion is good. Thank you. You're not. You're just flat out telling
Being
him.
truthful,
Yes.
Yeah.
That guy's gonna steal everyone's
Oh,
kid.
not good. That's like an 11.
It takes him a minute to realize that Pimran is neither being sarcastic nor is trying to lure him into a trap.
No, it's really, it's just, that's the meeting spot, that's all.
And that's where our pilot is going to.
This was for meeting.
He wasn't, this tall, was he?
Oh, he was much taller.
Fire didn't burn in his eyes.
No.
Okay. Alright. 70 minutes in the condemned building.
Alright. Excellent. Well, it sounds like we have a plan then, and we're leaving much earlier than anticipated.
This will go perfectly.
Where's mine?
I'm back in the room.
Are you having another luxurious bath again? Trying to get rid of some of this stress?
time.
Did I see Horse outside when I flew in Thrush?
If Force was outside,
Yeah, Horse never got a chance to leave.
I think Nine's back in the room.
you're able to call room service to give you full spa service. So, there you go. They've never, had to deal with claws before, but they do their darndest.
They are very long.
Lovely.
What color are you having them done?
I'm just making them shinier because they're already green.
Mm.
They don't bring out files, they bring out like bolt cutters. With the claws.
They bring out the mandolin. Thank you guys for playing.
Thank you, Ron.
We just got a crew plan.
Yay!
Yay.